In this video we will discuss about the nomenclature and stereochemistry of steroids. Okay, so what are steroids basically? Steroids can be defined as all those compounds that have a common structural feature, and that common structural feature is structure like this. Okay, now you can see this structure, it consists of 4 rings: ring A, ring B, ring C and ring D. Now out of these 4 rings, ring A, B and C, they are 6 membered ring, and ring D is a 5 membered ring system. So it is basically a cyclopentene. And then if you look at this structure ABC, it resembles the molecule this phenanthrene. Okay, now in phenanthrene, what we have done, the difference in the ring system present in phenanthrene and that of the sterone is that in the double bonds in phenanthrene, they have been saturated in the steroidal structure. Okay, so and this becomes the chemical name of this ring system, or the common name is steran. The chemical name is derived from phenanthrene. We have a cyclopentene ring system fused at this position. Okay, so this is cyclopenteno perhydrophenanthrene. Okay, so the chemical structure that is present in all the steroid is cyclopenteno perhydrophenanthrene. Okay, so this was this was about the molecules that we call as steroids. All those molecules that have this steran ring, this ring system is called commonly called as steran, which have steran ring in their structures are steroids. Chemically it is a cyclopenteno perhydrophenanthrene ring system. Okay. Now let us first look at this structure. Now the numbering system in the case of steroid is like this. It starts from ring A, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is position number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Now there are angular methyl groups at position number 13 and position number 10, and they are called as 18, C18 and C19. Then we have a side chain at position number 17. It is represented as X over here. Okay, so this is 5 alpha steroid. Now what is the meaning of alpha? Alpha means this hydrogen that is attached at position 5th. Okay, now it is below the plane of the ring system, and this methyl group angular methyl group that is present at position number 10 is above the plane of the ring system. So they are opposite in direction. Okay, opposite in the plane. Angular methyl group is above the plane of this steroidal ring system, and the hydrogen that is attached at the 5th position is below the plane of the steroid ring structure, and such steroids are called as 5 alpha steroids. On the contrary, the 5 beta steroid, they will have hydrogen above the plane of the molecule. Okay, so this is one point, that 5 alpha notation, it represents the hydrogen at position number 5, which is opposite to methyl group at the position number 10. Okay, now second point is that you can see these rings, ring A, ring B and ring C, they are cyclohexane ring system, and so like cyclohexane, they can be represented in a chair conformation. Okay, however this in the case of cyclohexane, the conformation can change. Okay, it can flip from chair to boat, but because these rings are fused to each other via the trans configuration, so this ring system in the steroid, it is a rigid system and not a flexible system. So the geometry is defined. Okay. So this is second point, that cyclohexane rings A, B and C, they can be represented in the chair conformation, and however the conformation cannot be flipped as steroids are the rigid structures. Okay. Now point number 3, that angular methyl groups are beta and have an axial orientation. Okay. Now these methyl groups that are present at position number, at carbon number 10, position number 10 and position number 13, they are beta. Beta means, as we have discussed, the beta means above the plane of this steroidal structure, and alpha means below the plane of the steroidal structure. Alpha are shown by the dotted lines and the beta are shown by the straight line. Now the angular methyl groups are beta, they are beta, both angular methyl groups at this, that of C18 and C19, they both are of the beta configuration and have axial orientation. Now orientation can be axial, it can be equatorial. Now suppose this is the plane of the molecule. Now we can have groups below the plane of this molecule, we can have the groups above the plane of this molecule. Now these below the plane are called as alpha and above the plane are called as beta. Now in this also we can have two types of orientation. We can have a perpendicular orientation like this, like this, or we can have a peripheral orientation like this. Groups can be attached over here or groups can be attached over here. Now so these, in this the groups are oriented perpendicular to the plane of the ring. This angle is 90 degree. Okay. So this, the groups are oriented perpendicular, and this conformation is called as axial conformation. This is called as axial, and this one is called, when the groups are peripheral, it is called as equatorial. This is equatorial. Okay. So angular methyl groups that are beta means they are above the plane of the ring and they have the axial orientation. Okay. Now as we have discussed just now, that the groups that are peripheral to the plane, they are equatorial, they are called as these groups, they are called as equatorial. So if you look at the stereochemistry of 5 alpha steroid, then we have two this CH2 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 like this. Okay. So in this case, in the case of 5 alpha steroid, this is this hydrogen, it is of alpha configuration and its orientation is axial. This is of second hydrogen is of the beta. This B means beta and Al means alpha. Likewise AX means axial and EQ means equatorial. This is equatorial. In the case of position, at position number 2, we have this hydrogen is axial and this is equatorial. This is alpha and this is equatorial. This is beta and this is only A, not Al. Okay. And this is beta and axial. Likewise at position number 3 we have beta and equatorial, and again it is wrong, it is only A, it is alpha and axial. Okay. Now it is not wrong, basically I have represented alpha as Al, not A, and beta as simply B, alpha as Al, because I was unable to insert the symbols. So and then we have axial represented as AX and equatorial represented as EQ. So this is basically the stereochemistry of the 5 alpha steroid. Now we also know that in the cyclohexane ring system, in these 3 rings, a ring A, B and C, we can have trans or cis, that depends upon the groups on the vicinal atoms. Okay, vicinal carbon atoms means adjacent carbon atoms. The groups attached to the adjacent carbon atoms, whether they are 1,2 diaxial or 1,2 diequatorial, then it is called as trans. And we also know that in the groups that are attached by 1,2 equatorial and axial orientation, they are called as cis. So likewise, we can also represent in the steroid molecule also, because we know that these 3 rings are the cyclohexane ring system. So we can designate the orientation as cis or trans depending upon the this, whether they are 1,2 diaxial or 1,2 diequatorial. In the both these cases, whether they are 1,2 diaxial or whether they are, or else they are 1,2 diequatorial, the orientation is trans. In the case when they are equatorial and axial, it is cis. So in the case of 5 alpha colostane, 5 alpha colostane, 5 alpha means the hydrogen attached at position number 5, it is attached via the alpha configuration, means it is below the plane of the steroidal ring system, and all the rings are fused via trans orientation. Now this trans is 1,2 diequatorial in the case of 5 alpha colostane. So okay, so what are the fusion points? We know that this is ring system A, this is ring system B, this is ring system C, and this is ring system D. So we have ring fusion at these point. Ring A and ring B, they are fused at this position. Ring B and ring C, they are fused at this position, and ring C and ring D, they are fused at this position. Okay, so these are the fusion points. Now all these fusion ring between ring A and B, between ring B and C, this is ring between ring B and C, and between ring C and D, they all are trans in the case of 5 alpha colostane. Okay. Another term that is used to define the backbone of the steroidal chemistry is syn and anti. Now this term anti, it defines orientation of the fusion in trans manner. Okay, now this is about the ring fusion, ring A and ring B. Now if you look at the this bond, okay, if you look at this bond, now in this bond, what you can see, this hydrogen and this methyl, this hydrogen and this methyl, they are in the trans orientation. Okay, so this is anti, this fusion is, this is called. Now we also know that this position is position number 9. Now position number 9 is a part of ring B, and this is the part of ring this here A, and so we have this backbone. The backbone is this structure. Okay, the backbone starts from here, this and this. This is the back, this is called the backbone of steroid. Now you can see here it is trans, now here it is anti, because the conformation of this orientation of this hydrogen, it is below the plane, and this methyl is, as we know, it is above the plane, so they are trans. Likewise we can define at other junctions also. So the syn, the anti represents orientation in the fusion in trans manner, and the syn represents orientation of fusion in the cis manner. Now as we have just discussed, bond equatorial to the ring B at position number 9, at position number 9 we are talking about hydrogen over here, this hydrogen, it is a part of ring C. Okay, it is a part of ring C, is anti to the group or the bond at the 10, which is a beta. Okay, so this is the way example of anti and syn. This is an example of anti. So 5 alpha colostane, we can define the backbone in 5 alpha colostane as this is trans, this fusion is trans, then we have this as anti, then again this fusion is trans, this this part it is again anti, and then this ring fusion between C and D, it is trans, and hence the backbone is trans, anti, trans, anti, trans, anti, trans. Okay. In the case of 5 beta cholesterol, 5 beta cholesterol means when the hydrogen at position number 5, it is attached via the, it is above the plane of this steroidal ring structure. The backbone is, it becomes cis. You can see both the groups are above the plane of the ring system, so it becomes cis, and anti, trans, anti, and trans. So this was about the backbone steroidal chemistry, backbone chemistry and stereochemistry of steroids. Now we proceed with the nomenclature of steroids. Now the first step in the nomenclature of steroid is to identification of the basic skeleton present. Okay. Now we have seen that the basic skeleton in all the steroid is cyclopenteno perhydrophenanthrene or stearan. However, by convention we have defined different names depending upon the number of carbon atoms that are present. Okay. So on the basis of number of carbon atoms that are present in the ring system of the steroid, we have different names for that. When the number of carbon atom is 17, the name we give to the structure is gonane. Okay. Likewise, when the number of carbon are 18, the name is given as astrane. When the number of carbon atoms is 19, the name is androstane. When the number of carbon atoms in the structure is 21, then the name is correspondingly the name is pregnane. And lastly, when the number of carbon atoms is 27, the name is cholestane. Okay, so we have these 5 structures as the basic structures that we consider as a basic structure depending upon the number of carbon atoms in the skeleton. 17 corresponds to gonane, 18 estrane. Now all estrogens are of the category of estranes. Now estrogens are the female sex hormone. Now we have C19, it corresponds to androstrane. Testosterone, the male sex hormone, is androstrane derivative. Now we have C21, pregnane, and C27, that is cholestane. Okay. Now if you look at the structure of these and the numbering system, so if you look at the structure number 1, this is structure, what you can see that the numbering system is like again like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. So it contains 17 carbon atoms, and hence the name is gonane. Okay. Now we have an additional methyl group at position number 13, and this corresponds to position number this corresponds to C18. Okay, and the name is astrane. Likewise, we have an additional angular methyl groups at position number 10, that is called as C19, carbon number 19, and this structure is called as androstrane. Likewise, we have C19 is up to here. Now C20 and C21. Okay. Now this structure is called C21 structure is called as pregnane. Progesterones are the derivative of this structure. Okay. We will discuss when we will discuss about the steroidal sex hormones. Now this structure, which have got 27 carbon, in addition to this C18, C19, proceeding further to C20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then 2 carbons attached at these positions 26 and 27. So this is the name of cholesterol. This is the basic structure of cholesterol. Okay, so these are the 5 primary structures that forms the basis of nomenclature of steroidal compounds. Okay, gonane, they are considered as a derivative of gonane or estrane or endostrane, or they are considered as derivative of pregnane and cholesterol. Now, after we have assigned the, or we have identified what is the basic skeleton in the steroid that we have to name, the second step is that we assign name by identifying certain features. Okay, we assign name by identifying certain features. We have already discussed one of the features, that whether the groups are attached below the plane of the molecule or above the plane of the molecule, and we have named them as alpha and beta respectively, wherein the alpha was representing the groups below the plane of the molecule and the beta was representing the groups that are above the plane of the molecule. And so the first is alpha and beta configuration. Now alpha means groups are attached below the plane of the ring, and these are shown by the dotted lines, like we have shown in the case of 5 alpha cholesterol, that the hydrogen at position number 5, it was represented by the dotted lines. Okay, it means alpha. And then we have beta, wherein the groups are present above the plane and are shown by the solid line. Okay, the another term that we use is NOR. We prefix NOR, NOR, when under 3 conditions. Okay, number 1 condition is that when the methylene group is missing from the side chain. We have discussed about, we have seen the structure of steroids having carbons greater than C19. We have C20 pregnane and we have then cholesterol. So if any of the CH2 group in the side chain means the chain attached at position number 17 is missing, then we use the term NOR. Suppose the group at position number 22 is missing. Okay, so we call it as 22 NOR. We prefix it by the location where the methylene group is missing, and then we add NOR, 22 NOR. Okay, the second condition in which we use NOR is to represent the contraction of any of the 4 ring system. Okay, contraction means we know that the ring A, ring B and ring C, these rings are 6 membered ring. Now if they become 5 membered ring because of chemical modification, then it is called as contraction of the ring system, and again we use a symbol, we use the prefix NOR. NOR A means the ring A is contracted, NOR B means the ring B is contracted, NOR C means the ring C is contracted. Okay. Now the third condition in which we use NOR is to represent the loss of angular methyl groups. Now what are angular methyl groups? The angular methyl groups are the methyl groups that are attached at position number 10 and at position number 13. Okay. So these are the 3 conditions and in which we will use NOR term: loss of angular methyl groups, groups attached at position number 10 and groups attached at position number 13. Another term that we use is SACO. Now this SACO, it is used to represent the breaking of the ring structure in such a manner that hydrogens at each of the end are added, and the site of breaking of a bond is shown by indicating the position at which the fission occurs. Okay, suppose I say 3,4 SACO, it means the bond in the ring A between the position number 3 and position number 4 has been broken in such a way that the valencies at both the end are fulfilled. So this is called as SACO. It represents the fission of the ring, fission of the bond. Okay. Now another term that we use is HOMO. Now this HOMO represents the expansion of a ring system. Like we have used NOR for representing the contraction of the ring system, Likewise, we have HOMO to represent the expansion of the ring system. For example, B HOMO means the ring B is now a 7 membered ring. Likewise, A HOMO means the ring A is now expanded to 7 membered ring system, and likewise we use the ring name and then we add HOMO. It indicates the expansion of the ring system. HOMO A means that the ring A is now a 7 membered ring rather than being a 6 membered ring as is usually present in the steroids. Now, another term that we use is cyclo. Now, the cyclo is used to indicate the presence of a 3 membered cyclic structure. Okay, this is structure, if it is present, it is shown by the prefix cyclo. Okay, means 3 cyclo means at the position number 3 we have this ring structure, 3 membered cyclic structure attached to the basic skeleton. Now, at the last of this features, we have a way of showing the double bonds, presence of double bond. Now, double bond can be sequential and it can be non-sequential. Sequential means it is between the 2 carbon atoms which are, the numbering is sequential, 8, 9, 4, 5 like this. And in the case of non-sequential means the carbon double bond is present between the positions which are non-sequential, for example position number 5 and 10. So, we have different ways of showing the double bond. The presence of double bond can be shown in the following way. If the bond is sequential, for example between 3 and 4, it is shown as delta 3. Okay. If the bond is non-sequential, it is between the atoms which are non-sequential, that for example between the carbon 5 and position 10, then it is shown as delta 5 in the bracket 10. Okay. So, this was all about the nomenclature and stereochemistry of steroids. Let us understand this a bit more by looking at some examples. For example, this is the molecule. Now, the name of this steroid will be, the first thing is you have to identify the basic ring structure. As you can see, the basic ring structure, it contains angular methyl groups at position number 10 and position number 13. So, it is C19 derivative. Okay. This is C19. So, it is basically a derivative of endostrain. Okay. Now, you also know that this ring in ring A is normally a 6 membered ring structure. However, in this case it is contracted to a 5 membered ring system. So, as we have discussed, we use the term NOR for this. So, this is A NOR endostrain derivative. Okay. So, this is, the name is A NOR endostrain. Now, the second example is, if you look at this structure. Okay. Now, what is the name of this structure? The first step again is same. You have to identify the parent structure. Now, as you can see, for the time being, just forget about this breaking of the bond. Just see that this molecule, it has got 2 angular methyl groups, C19, then this is position number 20 and this is 21. So, it is a C21 derivative. Now, corresponding to C21, what we have the name? We have the name as pregnane. So, basically it is a derivative of pregnane. Okay. Now, second thing is you look for the features. The features are that you can see this is position number 1, this is position number 2, this is position number 3 and this is position number 4 in the case of steroidal nomenclature. Now, what you can see that in the ring A, between the position 3 and 4, the bond over here is broken, and it is broken in such a manner that the valences at this end 3 and this end they are fulfilled. So, what we have the name for this, we use the term SACO. So, we can name this molecule as 3,4 sacopregnane. Okay. So, like this you can name all the steroids. The first step is to identify the parent skeleton, then the second is once you have identified the parent skeleton, depending upon the number of carbon atoms, then you and assign features, or you look for the features. For example, here you have seen that the ring A is contracted. Here you have seen that the bond between these 3 and 4th position is broken, and likewise you can also practice it by some other examples. You can add certain groups. Okay, for example, if we can have groups at this position, attached by alpha and beta configuration, and likewise. Okay, so this was all about the nomenclature and stereochemistry of the steroids.